She stopped texting. She became distant. She pulled away. And you did nothing. No pleading, no chasing, no desperate calls, just silence. To her, it may have seemed like you didn't care. But in that silence was your deepest power. Because silence from a man who's grounded in Stoicism is not emptiness. It's presence. It's control. It's the loudest response a woman will ever hear. And while she's wondering why you haven't folded, you've already shifted from being the pursuer to becoming the prize. This is what happens when a Stoic man chooses silence after she pulls away. And by the end of this video, you'll never see silence the same way again. In the ancient halls of Rome, Stoic philosophers were not concerned with what others felt about them. They were concerned with what they could control and nothing more. When Epictetus was enslaved and beaten, he didn't cry out. When Marcus Aurelius lost loved ones, he didn't collapse. When Seneca was ordered to die, he accepted it calmly. The Stoic stood silent in chaos, not because he was weak, but because his soul was loud enough. Fast forward to today. You're dealing with something a bit more modern, but no less emotional. She pulled away, emotionally or physically. She stopped calling. She stopped engaging. She said she needs space or became suddenly unavailable. Now you're left with a decision. Chase her and prove your worth, or go silent. Most men choose panic. Few choose peace. But if you understand Stoicism, you know that how you respond when someone detaches from you says more about your power than any words you could say. And that's where silence becomes your sword. Lesson number 1. Silence shifts the frame. When a woman pulls away and you respond with silence, you're not ignoring her. You're shifting the emotional frame back into your control. In most cases, her pulling away is a test, not consciously, but deeply. Women are biologically wired to test a man's emotional strength. She wants to know, will he panic? Will he chase? Will he beg? Will he react emotionally? Or remain grounded? When you stay silent, you're not failing the test. You're passing it with mastery. The Stoic doesn't respond to provocation. He controls himself, not the other. In your silence, she is forced to wonder, why isn't he reacting? Now you are no longer the one being evaluated. You become the one being thought about. 2. Silence reflects self-mastery. Seneca once said, "He is most powerful who has power over himself." Going silent is not about manipulating her. It's about choosing yourself over emotional chaos. You're not avoiding her. You're focusing on you. You're working out. You're building. You're reading. You're resting. She stepped away, and instead of chasing, you ascended. That's a message no phone call could deliver. 3. Silence amplifies value. When you don't beg for attention, you become more attractive. Let me repeat that. When you don't beg for attention, you become more attractive. In a world where every guy is texting her good morning and flooding her Instagram with likes and replies, your silence is not absence. It's contrast. She will notice. Not right away, maybe, but she will. And even if she doesn't return, you will. To your center, to your clarity, to your strength. 4. Silence prevents regret. Reacting emotionally often leads to shame. Why did I send that long message? Why did I call 4 times in a row? Why did I tell her I'd wait forever? Stoicism teaches restraint. It teaches that your first impulse is rarely the right one. By going silent, you avoid decisions made in weakness. You give yourself time. You give her space. You protect your dignity. And trust me, she remembers that. Let's say you've just been ghosted. or she suddenly says she's confused or needs space. Here's what a Stoic man does. Step 1. Don't react, reflect, take a breath. A deep one. No texts, no retaliation, just pause. Is this in my control? If the answer is no, then act accordingly. Act like a man who controls his mind. Step 2. Control the narrative in your head. It's easy to spiral. What did I do wrong? Is she talking to someone else? Maybe if I just reach out one more time? Stop. Shift your thoughts to this. What am I building? How can I level up? What does her silence free me to focus on? Because her silence is not punishment. It's permission to return to your mission. Step 3. Redirect energy into power. Hit the gym, build your business. Cut distractions, study Stoicism, connect with your tribe, not to vent, but to sharpen. Women are drawn to men who are moving forward, not frozen in confusion. Every moment you remain silent, you increase your mystique. Every moment you grow stronger, her memory of you evolves. And if she comes back, she'll return to a stronger version of you. If she doesn't, you've already won. In a world obsessed with reactions, the Stoic man moves differently. When she pulls away, he doesn't chase. He doesn't beg. He doesn't dramatize. He observes. He accepts. He ascends. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. Silence is the voice of the man who knows who he is, with or without her. Because the true Stoic understands. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus Aurelius. So let them pull away. Let the silence stretch. You are not chasing ghosts. You are building a kingdom. And the man building a kingdom does not shout. He builds in silence until the world can no longer ignore the empire.